Hello, my friends. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day. I am super excited. We have Anastasia today with us from Sunrun, and Anastasia is going to talk to us about the benefits of going solar. So, Anastasia, take it away.
Thank you so much, Roxanne. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to help the community and a lot of your friends and family just know a little bit more about Sunrun and hopefully answer any questions, any concerns that people may have, and the benefits of why a lot of Southern Californian families are choosing to go solar over the typical utility grids. So we'll touch base on everything.
Very good. All right. So are we going to talk about Sunrun? Where do you want to start first?
So I'll just go ahead and share my screen, and we'll talk a little bit about Sunrun and who we are and and what we do.
Okay, and with us, of course, we have my partner Brenda, who's the hero here and the master in running our screen. Thank you, Brenda.
Thank you, Brenda, for setting this all up and making this happen. These are exciting times.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. And if anybody has any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat box, and we'll answer them afterwards. Okie dokie. Alrighty, guys. So why go solar? Has anybody ever thought about it, or they've heard about it? So just a little bit about Sunrun. We are the #1 residential solar provider in the United States. We've helped over 285,000 customers go solar. We have over 13 years of experience. Plus, we are in 22 states, including Puerto Rico and DC. We were the first solar company to go into Puerto Rico after the hurricane relief. So we do also a lot of charity work as well. So some of the big things about Sunrun and what we do a lot of consultations just to help families understand, their needs and why going solar makes sense. So one of the big things that we like to talk about is, SDG&E. We all use them here in California. We also have the highest utility rates over Hawaii. So that's the sun tax that we like to call it. Most families aren't truly aware, but SDG&E and other companies increase the cost of energy by 7% each year. So, and that's something that we don't really have a lot of control over. So when you go solar, it helps counteract some of those time of use rates that we are all on currently. And if you're not, you probably will be switched by the end of the year. So that means that we're not only being charged for energy, but also when we need it the most. So 4 to 9, that's when a lot of families are home. You're cooking dinner, you're using a lot of your energy. The highest that it's ever been has been 52 cents per kilowatt hour. So that is pretty expensive. We also have 2 different kinds of batteries now. We do sell Tesla Powerwalls as well as our LG Chems to help store up to at least a few of your favorite circuits. So just in case there was a power outage or something were to happen, you would be able to stay safe in your home and at least stay connected while the power was being restored. What we do now, we do different designs based on your family's needs, based on what you're truly looking for as a homeowner. We do all of our consultations remotely now, just to give you a rough estimate on what the best placements would be for your home. And our consultations take about 20 minutes now. We're pretty efficient with that. We do offer power purchase agreements as well as, purchasing. And we usually go over that whenever we have our consultations to make sure which one is best for you and your family. My favorite's the power purchase agreement because we do have a 25-year system maintenance and repair, 25-year performance guarantees, and 25-year monitoring. So it's the easiest way and also the most popular way to go solar. And currently, we are doing a few specials because of COVID. These are really hard times and challenging for everybody currently. And we understand that as a company. And I hope that this reaches your families well. First and foremost.
As far as let's say I have a house that's 1,000 square feet. How much is that going to cost me to go solar on a house that's 1,000 square feet?
So it's truly based on your utility and how much that you use. So let's say that your utility bill was about $120 that month, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Then we would then, see what you're using, what the average has been for the past 12 months, and then give you a recommendation. So one of the smallest systems that we offer is our 8 panels. So we would go from there to see, how much that would be able to, produce for you, and to hopefully offset all of the usage that you are using. So the goal here is to have a lower bill, hopefully a zero bill, and just pay a small connection fee to SDG&E, because we can't completely go off the grid, but pretty close.
So what would you say on a $120 bill per month? What would be the cost of going solar on a house like that? How much would that be?
At least half. That would be the goal, to at least get that bill down. So you'd be saving at least half of that, and you'd be on clean energy. You wouldn't be susceptible to all of the increases that SDG&E does, and that's the biggest driver here. A lot of families don't understand that SDG&E has been taking advantage of a lot of us, and that's our only company here. It's a little bit of a monopoly.
Right.
You gotta have energy.
Going solar, how much would the cost be on that? Is it like $10,000? Is it $20,000? Is it $30,000? How much would the installation for a house of 1,000 square feet? How much would that cost the homeowner?
That's a good question. It truly is based on the energy usage. So I wouldn't know offhand. That's why our consultations are really important. Unlike other solar companies, we do have consultants that sit down 20 minutes, go over your utilities to see, what's important to you, if it's going to be changing in the future. A lot of people are getting on board with EVs. So a lot of Tesla hookups right now. So it really does depend on the family and what they're doing, because maybe they want to use more energy or less. So that's why we do our consultations, which are all virtual now, just to help better understand what families are looking for. So ultimately they're extravagant and happy. We do a good job of getting the bill lower and as low as possible, and producing more energy than what we're used to with higher rates, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and so let's say hypothetically that that for a house of 1,000, we'll go back to that same example. 1,000 square foot house, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. It's going to cost about $30,000 to install solar. Do you offer financing for homeowners, or do they pay that out of pocket? How does it work?
It's a great question. So we have a few ways. Again, it's all personal preference. My favorite is the power purchase agreement. So there's no money up front, as opposed to paying SDG&Es. Let's say you're paying $200 to SDG&E. You wouldn't pay that anymore. You would just pay a small fee to Sunrun, and then you would be on clean energy instantly. So that's one way you could go about it. It's more like a lease, pretty much. Or of course, you can purchase the panels outright. We do have different loans. We are Costco's #1 provider, and Home Depot's as well. So we have a couple specials going on through them. Right now, because of COVID, anyone that did find interest in the power purchase agreement would have no energy payments. It would just be $1 for the next 6 months. So that's $6 for 6 months of energy.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Pretty special. That's just a thank you, and we hope that all the families right now can get back on their feet, and for trusting in renewable energy. If whichever one is greater. So if the bill is really low, let's say for instance, my energy bill is only $80. It's not very high. So 8 times 6 months isn't really a lot. So if that were the case, then we would offer a $1,000 Visa gift card, which is pretty special also. And adding the battery would be an extra $200 on top of that.
So how do you secure that? Do you put a lien on the property? How do let's say the cost of that is $30,000 with the example that we were talking about. How do you secure that? Do you put a lien on the property, or how does that loan be given to the homeowner?
Great question again. We do not do liens anymore. That was something that I think happened in the 90s. So Sunrun does not do any liens. Power purchase agreements will go directly to the next homeowner. So those are recommended for families that are thinking about moving and maybe the next 10 years. They're not too sure. So power purchase agreements are perfect for families that are looking to save now and then possibly move later. So the new homeowners would just take over their agreement, just like you would with SDG&E. If you want to purchase the system outright, that would be a asset to the home. So that would, increase your property value when you're going to sell it. That would be part of the home. Wouldn't have a lien on it though.
Okay. And how long do these solar panels last? What's the lifespan of a system?
We have a 25-year manufacturer's warranty. 25 years, and us being blessed living in Southern California, we don't have, crazy hurricanes or anything wildly happening. I mean, lately we've had some hailstorms, but that's kind of crazy. But they last for a good amount of time out here, and they are glass. So there's not a lot of going on with that, but 25 years manufacturer's warranty. With Sunrun, we do pretty much panel to panel monitoring to make sure that they are producing what we promised, and that you're happy and that you're being able to produce the energy that your family needs from your roof. It's pretty special.
You were mentioning that you are using drones now. Can you tell us what you're doing with drones?
So because of COVID-19, again, we used to go inside the homes and look at the electrical box, look at the panels, look at the roof ourselves, just to make sure that they had enough life in it, that there was no crazy scope of work to be able to go solar, because we do recommend at least 10 years life in the roof before we install panels that are going to be there for at least 20 to 25 years. Hopefully, that's the goal. So now, because of COVID, we are doing everything remote. We are not going in the homes, and we have started to use drones to go and take a look at all of the electrical equipment that we need to make sure that we're going to be providing the best possible solutions for everyone's home, and being safe about it. It's most important.
Fantastic. Very nice. Okay. Very good.
Times.
Thank you so much for sharing all this valuable information. So if they want to get a hold of you, how do they find you?
Again, thank you so much. So please feel free to email me, give me a call. We're working remotely. So my puppy's really excited about this time as a silver lining. So please feel free to email me, to send me a call, send me a text. I'm here to help you all and help you, go solar sooner than later.
Aha, there it is. There is the information for Anastasia. Thank you so much for sharing that. Let me see if I can put the email in the chat box so that we have that a little bit bigger. Can you tell me so that I can put it into the chat box again?
Absolutely. My phone number?
Your email address.
Absolutely. So it's Anastasia. That's my first name, dot my last name. So anastasia.ippolito. I know it's a mouthful. It's Italian. And then at sunrun.com.
Excellent. All right. Very good. So there it is. There is Anastasia's email address. Thank you so much for joining us today and for giving us all the information and for sharing everything with us. And there we are.
This is Roxanne. You are the best.
Well,
thank you right now.
Thank you for joining us. And I see that you're in your kitchen. How is it being at home?
Things are going great. Truly, just trying to keep the ship afloat. help as many families as we can, stay healthy, happy. This is a good time to reflect on the things that are really important to you and the things that you have a little control over, like reaching out to loved ones, being your personal best, and trying to have a little consistency in life and less surprises as possible. So going solar, definitely a certainty, and, reaching out to the ones you love and being able to help friends and family, like you, Roxanne. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. You guys have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for joining us and for being with us with me and with Anastasia and Brenda. We really appreciate you, and please let us know if you have any questions about Sunrun, about solar energy, or about real estate. We are here, and we would love to help. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.